Hi everyone, it's Pamela. I wanted to talk to you today for a few minutes about how God talks to us. You know, God is always talking to us throughout our day. We just have to recognize it and be looking for it. So one of the ways that He talks to us is through our dreams. And I want you to understand that He talks uniquely to us in our dreams, meaning that what He may show one person about a situation, He may not show it in the same way to another person about the situation, because we all understand and communicate uniquely in the same way He does that with us. So I want you to be encouraged to be looking throughout your day for the ways in which God is speaking. It can be through nature, it can be through a television show, it could be a song, and take note of it. Listen to what He's saying, stop for a moment, observe it, write it down, go back to it later if you need to, and ask Him about it. In your time with Him, ask Him, what are you trying to tell me, Lord? What are you trying to show me? And I believe He will reveal it to you. I started a couple years ago really paying attention to my dreams, and they increased. The more I paid attention to them, the more I began to see God speaking to me. And He had shared with me one time that when He is wanting to communicate with me and share stuff with me, that it's going to be a very intimate time, meaning that it would just be a conversation between me and Him, that I would understand what He's saying to me, because I will interpret, because He knows how I'll interpret it, So I want to encourage you to pay attention to those dreams, or a song on the radio, the lyrics to the song, or throughout your day, if you're reading a book, how God is communicating to you. He's always trying to reveal Himself to us. It's just a matter if we're going to stop and take the time to listen. So recently God gave me a dream, and I believe that it is an encouragement for the whole body of Christ. And I want you to be looking for it. I'll give you a little synopsis of it, but I want you to be looking for it. We're going to post it on the Prophetic Set It. And the gist of the dream is that there was a business owner, and she was dressed very elegantly, very beautifully, and it was the end of the business day, and she had hired some new employees. Well, when they went to get paid for the day, she made an announcement to everybody, I want you to know that even though these are new employees, we're not going to treat them any differently. They will get the same benefits and the same treatment as you all that have been with me longer. So it reminded me, when I was thinking on the dream, it reminded me of the passage in Matthew 20, 1 through 16, where it talks about a business owner that owned a vineyard. And he went out early in the morning, and he hired some people that agreed to work for him for a denarius. Then later on, about 9 o'clock hour, he did the same thing. He went out and he hired some more men, some more workers. Then at the noon hour, then at 5 p.m. So then when it came the last hour of the day, at the end of the last hour of the day, the vineyard owner went to his foreman and he said, call in all the workers. We're going to pay them their wages. And he said, line them up from last, meaning the newest hired, to the first, the ones that were first hired early in the morning. And I believe that the Lord was saying in this dream that was very similar to this, that even though there may be people that have sat on the sidelines for many years, maybe wanting to enter in to kingdom work and being involved in church, but they've sat on the sidelines. And now it's gotten to the point where they're thinking, it's too late. I've waited too long. I don't have anything to offer. And God is saying no. He's saying, enter in. This is your appointed time. Enter in and be about my business. Some of you have been put off to the side for such a time as this. Be encouraged. Don't delay. Enter in. So then the dream went on, and the owner was closing up. She was, locking things down, taking care of whatever she needed to, and there was a car there, and there were several people in the car. Now, this was kind of at the back of the business, like you would go through the back door to enter in and out. And these people kept putting the car in reverse and then forward, reverse and then forward. And they kept doing this many, many times, and sometimes they were running over things. Well, then they finally got to be able to turn the car a certain way so that they had made a quarter turn. And then they started the process all over again. They went forward and backward. Drive and reverse, drive and reverse. And at one point, I went over and removed something from their path so that when they put the car in reverse, they weren't going to run into it. But I noticed that the owner never stopped working, never stopped what she was doing. She continued to close up shop and get ready to open up the large aluminum door that lets us exit out of the building. And what I got from that was, God is not concerned about the fact that you may be taking a long time to enter in, or that perhaps you've started ministry but you got off track a little bit. God's not concerned about that. He knows that you are going to do what you need to do. He's confident that you're going to continue on the path and you're going to keep working that car and drive in reverse until you can totally turn the car around. And car sometimes means your life or your ministry, and that you'll head in the right direction. God is confident. So I want you to be encouraged today to read the full word that I'm going to post about this dream, but also start looking for ways that God is speaking to you and ways that you can recalibrate and correct yourself so that you can get on board with what God is doing in this time and in this hour. God's not disappointed. He's not mad. He's not thinking that you're not going to do it. Let me encourage you to get in the race and complete it. Go full steam ahead into doing what God is calling you to do, and don't worry about being late. Okay, bye for now, and be encouraged.